Hey, what's up? This video is going to be a product review of the PowerLung. If you're interested in knowing what this thing does and my opinion about it, stay tuned. So what the PowerLung is it's meant to be like weight training for your lungs. You exhale through it and you inhale through it. Basically just exercising your lungs. And on the manufacturer's website, they have research that shows consistently a massive increase in peak expiratory flow, a moderate increase in forced expiratory volume, and also increases in tidal volume. And basically what those things mean is that your lungs are stronger at pushing air out, and also you have increased lung capacity. You're able to inhale more air with every breath. The studies also showed consistently that there was no increase in VO2 max. So if you're looking to increase your VO2 max, this device won't really help you out. To test whether the PowerLung actually worked or not, I conducted my own little experiment, and that involved blowing up 3 big-ass balloons until they popped in my face, and then I did that before starting to use the PowerLung, and then 6 months later. During this period, I had used it about 70% of the days in between, and I used it only once a day compared to the 2 times a day which the manufacturers recommend that you do. And my results were this. Before starting to use the PowerLung, it took an average of 36 seconds to blow up a balloon, and after using the PowerLung, it took an average of 31 seconds to blow up a balloon. And this is a decrease in about 14% in the time that it took to blow up the balloons. So even though this wasn't a very scientific experiment, you could very well conclude from this little experiment that the PowerLung does indeed improve your lung capabilities. I also noticed the PowerLung increasing my endurance in the sense that it took longer for me to become winded or like exhausted from endurance training, and this was specifically biking, but I imagine this to be true for any other sport, and I've actually seen reviews from other people using similar devices reporting that it helps them with their endurance in their sport. By the way, I forgot to mention, but you can increase or decrease the resistance on these 2 dials, one of them being responsible for exhalation and the other one for inhalation. And using this product, I could increase the resistance gradually over time, which is another sign that this actually works. So I made a little list of pros and cons for this product, and the pros are that it improves your endurance, and also I noticed a slight improvement in my voice resonance. So I imagine it to be helpful for vocalists and also like wind instrument players, like if you play the tuba or something, it'll probably help you out there. The cons are that, one, it makes you sweat. It's actually kind of intense doing this. It's not like some simple breathing exercises. You're actually really blowing hard through this thing, and it makes you sweat. So it's good to do this either before or after a regular workout so that you can shower and get yourself clean. And 2, it is actually extremely loud. You might have noticed earlier when I blew through it that it produced a really loud sound. And yeah, this goes through walls. It will probably annoy your spouse, your roommates, maybe even your neighbors if the walls aren't very well insulated. So just be aware of that fact. And 3, this sort of is a result of number 2, the fact that it's so loud. But I imagine if you use this long term, you will impair your hearing. Like you'll develop some hearing loss, I imagine, which is the reason why I use earplugs every time I use it. So the PowerLung actually comes in 4 different strengths. This is the green one, and this is like the second to strongest version. There's also a blue one, which I only recommend if you're like some crazy athlete or professional athlete, maybe. But otherwise, if you exercise regularly, I recommend the green one. If you are maybe extremely inactive or a senior, I recommend the orange one, which is the easiest. And for everyone else, I recommend the yellow one. Even though I exercise regularly, I still find that this one is still pretty tough to use. I only managed to use the lower settings, and I imagine the yellow one would maybe be perfect for me rather than the green one. So to sum things up, I recommend this product if you're trying to improve your lung function, if you're trying to improve your endurance, if you're trying to improve your capabilities as a vocalist or a wind instrument user. It will probably help you out with those things. Just be aware of the fact that it is pretty loud and it might annoy the people around you. Also be sure to wear earplugs if you plan on using this long term because it's extremely loud. So that was it for my video review of the PowerLung. Thank you for watching. Balloon over there, all over the floor, chair. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's gonna be fun to clean up. Gonna use these awesome sunglasses to protect my eyes. They look pretty cool. Okay, let's start. Fuck. Ow, slapped my face. Ow. This is a really shitty test, I know.